Hi everyone, I'm Charan Dasagrandi. Welcome. Today we are going to discuss about why not voicing and inaction is a great virtue and makes more sense at times. Uh, Not raising your voice and inaction is mostly considered as a negative thing without defining the context. And we focus today on this aspect, why it makes more sense. When someone tries to throw blame or say something we don't like or we feel correct, so to prove our honesty or to justify our thoughts to help people, we feel we should raise our voice and give a reply, whether they accept it or not, without worrying about what state of mind they are in or what kind of person uh, in front of you. So whether they will accept or whether they will reject or they won't consider or whatever could you say. Without considering all these, we try to voice or perform some particular action which is incorrect actually. Even people around us motivate us by telling that we should voice our opinion and reply then on, without understanding the situation, whether the other person is in a position to listen or not. So, voicing or reacting to a situation or a particular person is good, but not all the time, in fact. Here, not giving a reply doesn't mean that we are covered or that we don't have the capability to reply. Most of the societal learning we have so far teaches only to react and voice irrespective of the situation. This is the reason why most relationships are broken and lives are lost. The same reflects even the professional career too. So, what is the point of voicing in front of a fool when he is working hard to justify himself? Or what is the point in voicing in front of a person who is not in a position to understand? He might be a good person, but when he is not in a position to understand, being surrounded by the situations or some other pressures, so when he's not in a position to even hear and understand what you're trying to tell, so there is no point of raising your voice. So we should voice out. But I think sometimes inaction or not responding is the best action or best way to respond, which gives opportunity to keep up our inner peace and to assess the overall situation. Not only that, even the other person will have some time to think, will have some time to settle down his thoughts, so that he will be in a position to accept or understand what you try to say. So when he is not in a position, when you try to voice or act in some way or the other, so always leads to some negative results. When you act and voice in a space where you aren't supposed to, this will really worsen the situation. Here voice becomes a noise. Just because someone questions your inability to respond doesn't mean that you are ineffective or impotent. To be called wise, one should know when to act or when to voice and when one shouldn't. What is the point of voicing? Try to understand that you are not here to prove to somebody what you can, as your life is to make meaning out of the time gifted to you. So don't waste your time to prove you are right. It is not your duty to keep proving to everyone about what you are. If you keep on proving, there are n number of people where you have to justify your actions. You can't really go to everyone and say that this is the reason why I did, this is the reason why I did. So time has its own scale of proving things. So leave it to time when other person is not ready to accept. So instead of directing your efforts to prove you are right, do the right thing. Remember the fact that your actions speak more than your words. So have some calmness, before you react or before you voice about something. So in attempt to prove your majesty, all you are doing is you are losing yourself and you are failing to hear your inner voice. And rather, all the time, you only let someone's voice control your thoughts and reactions. So it's like reacting irrelevantly without any sense, without thinking. It proves that you are being controlled, your emotions are being controlled by someone else, someone else's actions. It means that you are a slave or you're dependent on somebody's action, so you are not independently thinking about it. So why do you let someone control your thoughts? If you're allowing it, it means that you don't have a control over yourself and you're a slave to your surroundings as they're controlling you. My dear friends, what is so fun about being a slave? Listening and learning from others is good, but not raising voice in the place it doesn't need, or to people who are not eligible for it. In these cases, not voicing or inaction is the best action you can perform. So most relationships break not understanding this very fact. Irrational actions and voicing only leads to destruction, pain, and suffering to others as well as to ourselves. I think we should practice how to stay not voicing and inaction, or in a simple sense, withdrawal. Withdrawal doesn't mean as you are not able to react, you're withdrawing yourself. It's not that. Withdrawal with awareness is a sign of wisdom. So one needs to practice this. It is not easy as it appears. No, you got to train your mind. It's not that you withdraw physically and in thoughts you are still reacting and voicing on a particular situation. So this is not what we want. So this might sound little spiritual, as most monks do introspect and practice throughout their life about withdrawal, not voicing unnecessarily. But remember, it really helps for that matter. So untimely action always leads to destruction, how good it might be. So just remember this point here. You shouldn't voice or act, but know the situation and the person's state of mind and how he is positioned. So every word we speak has immense power that shouldn't be wasted. So we have to be very cautious and we have to be very selective about the words we say to a person. When to act and when not to is an art we all should learn. This is a positive thing. So I know most of the people have been telling that inaction and not able to raise voice is a negative thing. No, with full of consciousness, with full of awareness, when you have analyzed the situation and decided that we shouldn't voice and we shouldn't act upon, so that is a positive thing. It is not easy to stay back calm without reacting inside or outside, as our senses control us. But practicing this leads to the great discovery of true self, that is you. So, my dear friends, so let us start practicing how to stay not voicing and how to stay in action. So this is very important thing, be it in a professional career or be it in a personal life. So give some time. So let people understand what sort of situation they are in. Only then your words will make more sense. Thank you.